Hey guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video. And unfortunately, Chelsea produced a very poor performance, and some of the old frailties have seemed to come back that you would have expected that they would learn from. Um, Chelsea's performance today was really poor, especially second half. So Flamengo beat Chelsea 3-1, and I don't think anyone could really argue with the performance today. Like, I feel Flamengo were very good. They tactically outclassed Chelsea, especially in the second half, and really just made Chelsea look second best in most areas, especially defensively. I'm going to kind of get more in depth with the match, and especially the goals, and especially where it came from later. But so far, the Club World Cup, there has been some shocks and some surprises. Botafogo beat PSG 1-0, which I think is probably one of the biggest shocks, which is another Brazilian side that got a good performance. Al Hilal beat Real Madrid. Sorry, brain fart at that stage. Al Hilal got a draw against Real Madrid. So there's been some surprises in this Club World Cup tournament so far. And I think it's not easy to say that this is some sort of, European teams are going to run other confederation clubs ragged and this is going to be an easy slide for European teams. That is clearly not the case. And I think especially this game, I think highlights that. But yeah, at the moment I've got hay fever. I'm a little bit bugged up in my head. So hence the brain fart moment of just saying that Al Hilal beat Real Madrid, which didn't happen. So I may be a little bit slow in trying to give my explanations for this video, so I'm going to try my best. But yeah, so the game finished Flamengo 3, Chelsea 1, and it was probably the most deserved 3-1 victory I've seen in the Club World Cup, I guess. I haven't really seen many games so far, but judging that performance, I think Flamengo were really good in the second half and completely outclassed Chelsea. So Chelsea go 1-0 up in the game. Pedro Neto scored. 2 goals in 2 games for him, so it seems that he's going to thrive from this tournament if potentially Chelsea go through. I mean, there is still a chance, but yeah, so far he's been playing well. He got a double ricochet from the Flamengo defense and just ran through clear on goal and just was one-on-one against the keeper and scored. And you thought really in that first half when Chelsea were leading the game at the halftime that they would have control in the game, but I didn't think they were completely dominant. There were some things that Flamengo were doing that did look like they were gonna try and somehow get back into the game. So I didn't really think it was a landslide dominance from Chelsea in that first half. But then second half happened, and it seemed the self-destruct button somehow obliterated us. So Flamengo scored 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Probably 2 of the most identical goals you can see back to back, right? We leave a Flamengo player completely unmarked at the far post. Completely unmarked from the cross. Heads it, and a Flamengo player taps it in. I mean, they were from 2 different scenarios. One was from open play, one was from a corner. So 2 different scenarios there, but it just makes you question, what the hell are Chelsea doing defensively? What is the team talk? So it's you're kind of scratching your head, what did Chelsea learn from their defense? And then I think one of the biggest mistakes, and I blame the manager for this, is the substitution. He takes off Liam Delap, which, by the way, I didn't really even think he even had a bad game to justify him coming off, right? He was actually aggressive, trying to get at the Flamengo players. And, there was even a chance that Robert Sanchez played a long ball to Liam Delap, which the Flamengo player did defend and get the ball. And it nearly spoiled a chance for Chelsea. But it's why take him off? And he takes him off for Nicolas Jackson. And the contribution Jackson gave in that game is a red card. And I will tell you, it's probably one of the most blatant red cards I have seen. Probably more blatant than Newcastle. I thought maybe Newcastle, you could forgive him, right? Yes, he let the team down technically at that game. A lot of criticism was aimed at his direction. Like, it's a flaying arm. You never really know how you adjust your body in a situation like that. But if you leave a flaying arm on a player like an elbow, it's going to be obvious that you're going to receive a red card. But I thought with one chance like that, he probably could have a redemption and redeem himself and at least forgive him. No. He comes on, and his contribution was he gets the Flamengo player a foot really high, like literally shin level high on the Flamengo player, and just stamps at him, studs high. Blatant red card, reckless challenge, no complaints. I'm just like complete shock with that. And it's just unforgivable. But yeah, I'm just completely lost for words with that challenge. And also the decision to really take Liam Delap off for him. Like, I do think the manager's going to get a lot of questions for that. Like, genuinely a lot of questions and a lot of criticism. But now I'm assuming that's probably his last contribution for the tournament. I do think it will be a 3-match ban. Whether Chelsea get far in this tournament, I have no idea. I mean, luckily for Chelsea, they probably got one more game left against Tunis. So hopefully they can redeem themselves in this tournament and potentially get to the knockout rounds. But I think that game today against Flamengo, it was really disappointing. And it kind of puts a lot of question marks, really, how they're going to turn up for that game. Now, I have mentioned this point earlier in the game against LAFC, and I'm going to kind of mention it again. For all of Chelsea's possession play, it can all look good, but at the end of the day, there has to be a real end product. Like, lots of, keeping the ball, possession, but at the end of the day, there's nothing in the final third. And really, the final third is what makes it count. To score goals and just be clinical with the chances you get. And I don't really think throughout the game, Chelsea really had many good chances. I mean, throughout the second half, Flamengo were really testing Chelsea's defense, and they were really just coming forward with real pace, and Chelsea looked ragged. They just looked completely... They just had no real solution to really come at, against Flamengo and just find a passage of play, link-up play to really make a chance. They just had no answer. But overall, just a very disappointing performance from Chelsea. A real letdown. And all you could just do is just give full credit to Flamengo. They're probably now going to go through because they got 6 points in their group. So, yeah, got to give credit to them. And certainly, I think what I've learned from this tournament, and surely now maybe what fans have learned, you can't underestimate anybody. Now, one thing I will also mention, obviously the last game Chelsea played was a completely dead ground. No fans, lots of empty seats, right? Obviously today in the stadium in Philadelphia, there was more fans, and you see more fans than empty seats. There were still empty seats, but there was more fans in the stadium. So big thumbs up to all the supporters that actually attended that game. But yeah, just unfortunately, Chelsea didn't make the occasion count for the fans that turned up. Very disappointing. But yeah, very disappointing game. Chelsea have got a lot to redeem themselves in their last game against Tunis. And yeah, just have to see what the manager's going to do in that game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to give your thoughts on the game, let yourself know in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. Dislike if you want to dislike. Thank you for watching. And yeah, that's about it. See you later.